1950s, when there were 12 pennies in a shilling. 1 penny might not sound much today, but it was sufficient then to buy a fine break-time treat, a choice of a pink or white sugar mouse with a little string tail, Ovaltine or Horlicks tablets folded into a small cone made from paper from used arithmetic exercise books, a packet of lemonade powder eaten from a licked finger, or a small thin chocolate bar. I don't know whether I didn't have my own penny because my parents didn't know about it or couldn't afford it. In any event, it didn't matter, because as we stood beside our desks for morning prayers, our hands devoutly folded and eyes piously squeezed shut, I reached out and felt for the penny pieces nearest to me, put on the corner of their desks by their unsuspecting owners. With a nimble movement my hand found the coins and transferred them into the pocket of my gym slip. On a bumper day, I managed to scoop 2 coins, careful not to let them clink together as they changed ownership. Astonishingly, none of my classmates ever mentioned the loss of their pennies, just as they didn't appear to notice that their exercise books were showing signs of anorexia. If I'd had a penny to lose, you can be pretty sure I would have raised quite a storm if it had disappeared. So each day some unfortunate child, or on a good day 2 children, didn't get a sugar mouse or similar treat. The Lord helps those who help themselves, and he certainly provided very nicely for me. Apart from paper and pennies, I began to find small, interesting items in other children's desks. Like a jackdaw, I pecked them up. My satchel was a repository of things that did not belong to me: hair grips, pencils, tiny ornaments. It was the mother-of-pearl rosary beads and Bible that led to my downfall. On an early morning raid, I was enthralled to find these pretty items in another child's desk. I slipped them into my satchel, so thrilled with this exceptional haul that I didn't even bother about harvesting any paper. That evening there was a knock at our front door, a rare event, and my mother came and said there was someone to see me. It was the previous owner of my swag, with her parents. It's only now as I write this that I think, how had they known where to come? How had they known it was me? It's most unlikely that they would have gone to the house of each child in the class. They wouldn't have had a car. In those days almost nobody did. So they would have either had to walk or travel by bus. I'm sure now that they had somehow known who the thief was and come straight to our house. Is it possible that my clandestine stealing sessions were observed, not as secret as I thought? Was I watched as I pilfered? Did the watcher know about the pennies and the paper? "Susan," asked my mother, "did you bring home some things belonging to Angela?" The dispossessed little girl gazed at me, wide-eyed and open-mouthed. "Yes," I said. I was a thief, not a liar. "Then will you go and get them and give them back like a good girl?" Off I trotted, and with a slight reluctance returned the pretty things to their owner. Then everybody made a great fuss of me. Angela's mother invited me to tea at their house, where she gave me a packet of waxed crayons and a new Bible. I never wanted to steal anything again. Post-war London, where I was born, was a landscape in every shade of grey. Our semi-detached house was grey, in a grey road, in a grey place called Hanworth, in the now administratively defunct county of Middlesex, south-west London. At that time we were a respectable middle-class family, like hundreds of thousands of similar families. My mild and gentle father worked for Kodak, and Mummy was a housewife and mother. We were the only family in the street who owned a motor vehicle, a motorcycle and sidecar my father used for travelling to and from work and for pleasure rides. Mummy rode on the pillion with her arms around my father, and I sat in the little pod with its slightly hazy plastic windows. We had a black cat called Clem, named after Clement Attlee, the British Prime Minister. Clem's favourite spot was curled up asleep in my father's old leather attaché case in the garden. On Sunday mornings my father liked to walk, and if I went with him I had to jog smartly to keep up with him.